they announced it with the welcome to Cleveland last night?
Okay, so I heard starting at 4 from Marquette. So immediately I was like, oh, Jay Crowder. So I'm sitting there, I'm like, okay, Jay. And he's like, it's you. So I didn't even hear it. I came out like 3 seconds late. So I didn't even hear it. I've never been starting at 4.
Right.
So I wasn't even paying attention. But all in all, just the ovation from the Wine and Gold game until yesterday, the first preseason game. It was great. You know, I'm still getting used to it. I'm sure everybody in Cleveland and around the basketball world is getting used to it. But it definitely, my teammates and everyone has definitely made me feel comfortable in their home.
Now that you've been here a week and a half, do you have some impressions that you can share on this organization and just what it's like to be here?
Well, it's great. I mean, when you walk in, it's business-like. You know, you just walk in and you see everybody in the weight room getting their work in. You see guys on the court getting their work in. You know, and when it's time for film, it's time for practice. You know, it's just a veteran group, and you can tell it's a rapport. With the guys that have been here, it's a good group with coach, where they're able to communicate with them, and it allows us to be able to communicate as well. So it's just all about basketball, and it's all about building that bond off the court, getting close. It hasn't been any egos here. You know, obviously the season has to go on, and you know we have to hit tough times to go through adversity. But I love what it's been. I think I've been here like almost a week, and I love the vibe here so far, which every team around the league loves their vibe right now. I understand that, but it is definitely a great one here right now.
It's been said that LeBron learned his habits those 4 years in Miami. LeBron, some of them, or most of them, I don't know, here. In that way, does it feel like Miami, just kind of watching how guys come into work on their own and do all the things that you just said?
Yeah, from a standpoint of accountability, you know, each individual in here having accountability of themselves, away from what the coaches expect of them. You know, it's great when you don't have to police guys. You know, for the coaches, for the staff. You know, when you got guys coming in and they're on time for their workouts and they're getting their work and everything in. So yeah, I'm used to that. I'm used to the accountability part. My 13 years in Miami, that's when you talk about culture. And you could definitely feel and see some of the culture that LeBron learned in those 4 years. You can definitely see it and feel it here as well.
Versatility seemed to be a trait that you guys had in Miami as well, with positionless basketball and guys playing small ball line and things like that. Do you see that here, and how does the versatility with this roster compare to what you had in Miami?
Yeah, well, you definitely see it here. I mean, you see the ability to have Kevin Love start at the 5, Jay start at the 4. When LeBron's on the court, he can play. He's started the 3, but he's the same height as a 4 to 5 on our team. And then so forth, so on. A lot of the guards. D Rose being 6'3", 6'4" point guard. I'm 6'4". So it goes all around, man. So many versatile guys, and I think that's one thing that makes everybody here excited. That you can play multiple positions. Even when we're going over the plays, you could put so many different guys, in the sets that, I think in the past was a little different style. So I think it's a good change for these guys. Obviously you got your shooters, but you got enough slashers, penetrators, guys do other things to kind of, make a complete team. So it's good.
Looks like you're doing Derek playing with sharing the backcourt, you and D Rose.
D Rose? Well, I love it. First, Chicago. I've seen Derek since like 7th grade in Chicago. And obviously his 5-year career, and always been a big fan. But I think the best thing is getting to know him, man. I've never got a chance to really know him. Everyone knows that he's a little quiet from the outside, but when you're one of his teammates, you get to see a different side of him. But I love where he's at right now. He's attacking. He's running the offense. To have a guy to be able to do that, and his ability to score the basketball is always there. So I think what all of us are getting comfortable with is the ability is when you're on the floor, everyone is live. It's like all 5 guys are live and can go, and it's normally not like that. On most teams, you have 2 guys, and if you're good, you have 3 guys. Yesterday it's like everybody's live when they have the ball, so just kind of getting used to that. Once we get used to that, we'll be a better defensive team, because right now we're a little slow getting back in transition because you're just not used to everybody being live. But definitely is all good things, are positive.
What was it like to start off with the field? Your first
It was good. I hit the ground, so 35 first play. I hit the ground, so that was my welcome in here. I think that's the mentality that we're going to have is, it doesn't matter. You know, here you got to do whatever it is asked of you to do. So it did feel good to start off with the steal and get our offense going. And we hit a 3 out of that, so definitely felt great.
I don't know how much you guys are working on defensive schemes, but like when you were in Miami, you guys blitzed almost every pick and roll. It seemed like that's one of the things Ty likes to do in the postseason. Really, have you guys worked on that yet? And is a blitz, or is there components of what you guys are defending now that's reminiscent at all of Miami?
Well, we definitely have worked on, and today was a lot of it, defensive concepts, trying to get comfortable with multiple defensive rotations. But definitely blitzing is a big part of it. When you have a lineup that's smaller, you have to be disruptive. You can't just sit back and wait. You don't have, a Hassan Whiteside in the paint waiting for a guy to come down there. So we have to be that way, and we definitely worked on that. So, I mean, I guess you could say something from the standpoint of how Miami approached it with Chris Bosh at the 5, how aggressive he was, and then his ability to switch on guards. A lot of people didn't give him credit for. He was an unbelievable defender, but when he switched on point guards, he was a great defender as well. And Udonis Haslam was the same way. So yeah, definitely having that kind of similar ability on the defensive end.
Did you guys switch almost? I'm talking like the prime years with you and Chris and Don. Did you guys switch everything?
No. We didn't switch everything. We put two to the ball line and we just rotated out of it. The game now is when a little bit more of the switching over the last few years, and we definitely would do some of that, probably more than I've ever done and than we've ever done.
The NBA has made a lot of changes with the lottery change, with the captains now picking for All-Star.
Yeah.
What would you think about it if you're potentially going to changing up the playoff seeding and eliminating East, West, and going what through 16?
I'm waiting. I'm like you guys. I'm waiting for that day. It's going to happen. And it's all about evolution in not only in the game of basketball in life. And everybody always have something obviously to say about when it's a change, and everyone has their different reasons why it shouldn't change, but it's needed. And it will be one day where the NBA possibly will make that move. And I think it'd be great for the game to have the best 16 teams, in the playoffs. I think you can't make everybody happy, but I think that's one thing that, will make some of the teams that, win 50 games some year and don't make the playoffs. I mean, they deserve it. So one day, it'll happen, but in his own time.
Do you have any theories on how this came to be where all of these stars seem to be migrating west? I mean, they're all traded this year, but...
Right, that's it.
But it's just
why?
For the last however many years, it's been this way where the West teams have been.
I don't know. I have no idea. I've never been over there, but I have no idea. I just know the West has always been great. Since I've been in the NBA, always great basketball, but, it's, at the end of the day, they always don't win the championship either. So I know that they're very good, and they're very good this year, but I've been in the league a couple of years, and they haven't won it every year. So I think the East has held its own from that standpoint. Maybe not in the All-Star game as much, but definitely, when it comes to the finals, I think the East has held its own for the most part.
I assume you guys are still going to the Indians game. You're looking forward to that?
I am. I'm looking forward to the bonding. I'm not cheering for one team to win over the other, but I love greatness. Anytime anybody do something great, you applaud them for it. You want to be in an environment, but the biggest thing for us is being able to bond and support the city. The city, the players, they support you, and I'm a part of this organization now. So anytime we get an opportunity to support, you definitely want to do that. So that's what tonight is about.